Alright guys, today we are going to be doing Halloween acrylic nails, I guess witch nails. So I'm using these competition length XXL tips, and I'm going to take my drill and just make a wave pattern on the sides, and I'm going to kind of offset it with the other side, so where it goes in on one side, it'll go out on the other. And you're just going to use your sanding band to try to make it as even as possible. Now, what I found was when I was trying to make the waves, it was easier if I just went over the entire edge of the nail instead of trying to just put indentations on part of it. It was much easier to just go over the entire edge. And you'll see it kind of more melted than anything, so you're going to need to clean that up with like a hand file or scissors or whatever. It leaves debris behind. So we're going to go ahead and do this to all 4 of these nails, or however many you're doing. And you don't want to drill too far through or they're just going to snap, so make sure you're offsetting it and only every so often. Now I'm going to go ahead and lay down my base layer of clear acrylic for strength. Obviously these are competition length nails, so you definitely want that base layer. Plus I'm going to be using black, which tends to stain your nail bed, so if you're doing this on a person, you definitely want to lay that clear acrylic down. And we're going to do this over the entire area of all the nails. Now, as far as checking my sides, it's a little more difficult here because you can't do that straight line. So what I did was just take my brush and push it flat up against the indent, which you'll see me do a few times, especially with the colors. So it was really the only way to get the sides even.
By your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? Call me the king, really rough things. Give me that diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? I can go, but you keep being a patient. Late at night, I can deal with it.
Now we are going to go ahead and start with our purple. This is Activist from the Glam Trap House. It's a glow-in-the-dark purple, which is perfect for this. And I'm just going to do one nail in the purple. And then for the other 2, or for the other 3, I'm going to be using different colors, Black Mamba and Ghost Pie. Ghost Pie was specially made for me, but Black Mamba you can get at the Glam Trap House as well. Ghost Pie is made by SM Nail Candy, which she has a ton of Halloween acrylics, and this one just happens to be my favorite. So you want to make sure with this glow that you're laying down a thick layer, otherwise when it does glow, it'll look kind of marbly if it's not even all the way through. So you just want to make sure you got nice coverage the whole way down the nail. And of course build up your apex because these things will snap right off otherwise. Now this is the Ghost Pie from SM Nail Candy. It's kind of a sheer white with very fine green and purple glitter. And then it's got bigger black and purple glitter pieces in it. It kind of has I guess a ghosty feel, kind of like a cookies and cream vibe, but with some sparkly purple and green thrown in there. And once you build it up a little bit, it's not see-through at all. It's just sheer. So I like it for this. It's a very spiderwebby feel.
Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. Now why don't you die for me? Call me the king, ruler of things. Give me that diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please. Now why don't you die for me? I can go, but you keep medication. Late at night, I can deal with your crystal. Every night, you can make me let go.
Now we are going to move on to the black Mamba, which I'll be doing for the other two nails. This is a black with a halo glitter in it. It's very fine and very subtle, so you don't see it real well on camera, but up close it has like a galaxy effect. It is gorgeous. You can get this at the Glam Trap House as well. I get a lot of my stuff from there. She has some really good products. And you want to make sure that this is applied evenly as well. You guys know how hard black can be to work with, so you want to make sure that you're checking the sides and that it's not thinner in some areas, otherwise you'll be able to see right through it. Now we are going to be capping everything in clear. I didn't do any filing beforehand except for the sides, just so I can make sure I cap my sides. So you want to cap it with a decent sized layer of clear, just because these are so long. You definitely want to build it up enough to hold the length. You want it to be strong enough to hold that. So you want to make sure you're giving it a good amount of clear. Nothing crazy, but enough it's not going to snap off.
Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. Now why don't you die for me?
I'm going to go ahead and use my E-file just to smooth everything out. When you're dealing with this kind of length, it's really easy to get it uneven. So you want to make sure you give it a good once over, even if it looks even, because it's really hard to miss something, especially when you have all these wavy lines. Lost one. Now I'm going to take my 80/80 grit Pano File, clean up my sides, and also you can run it down the length of the nail. That way your waves kind of stay in a uniform pattern and stay within the same width all the way down. And it just gives it like a cleaner look. And I'm going to do that for all of them. Now we are going to buff, obviously. Make sure when you're buffing that you're buffing inside those grooves. That way you don't have a lot of marks and grooves from the files and the sanding band. Now I am going to start my nail art. So what I'm going to be doing is using water decals and some gems and builder gel to secure it all. So I'm going to be doing some silver spider webs on a few of the nails, and then some silver spiders, and I'm going to use gems for the bodies of the spiders. Here's one of the silver spider webs, and I'm going to secure that with top coat, just a little bit, enough to get it to stick, because these are thin and I don't want to use builder gel under these. I am going to use that to secure the gems though. And I'm going to cure this really quick with my UV flashlight, which is really good for little stuff like this so you don't lose anything on the way to the lamp. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more spider webs on a couple of the nails and spiders pretty much everywhere. Now I'm going to secure these with top coat, and I'm going to add some more spider webs and secure those with top coat, and then we'll come back for the gems. You can see I have a couple spiders here, a couple more spider webs, and I'm going to use builder gel on the spiders, right on the body of the spiders, which is kind of hard to see because of the glare, but you get the point. You're just going to use just a little bit, just enough that when you push the gem down, it goes into the gel. You definitely want it to displace some gel. You don't want it too thin, enough that it moves some. And then I'm using black gems, like a oval shape, so they match up with the size of the spiders' bodies. And I'm going to put that on all of the spiders. And that's going to be it for the gems. Now this is my first time really using builder gel for something like this, but I gotta say it worked really great. These gems are not moving. Now once we get all of the gems added to the spiders' bodies, we are going to put it in the lamp and cure. I don't know if it's my kind of builder gel or what, but I ended up curing it for about 2 full minutes just to make sure it was completely secure. Because builder gel always feels a little sticky to me, so I wanted to be absolutely sure. So I cured it for a while. And now that we have that all done, we're going to go ahead and put our top coat on. And again, make sure you're getting it all the way down the sides inside those grooves. You don't want to miss that, and you also want to make sure that you're wiping the sides really well with the brush and not leaving a pool of polish. And there we go. That is the finished product. I gotta say, I'm really happy with how they turned out. Like, I wasn't expecting them to turn out as well as they did because this was my first attempt at anything like this, but I'm really excited. So, if you have any questions, comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.